All right, hey guys, we're back here, hole number 3, and we are going to be going for the, the green. Well, not necessarily the green, but at least for a thorn pitch today on my setup. So make sure you either have thorn or claw. I might switch to claw for this one because I really don't need the 3 yards, but I do have thorn on for hole 1. I really do like, on hole 1 having those 3 extra yards. Here I'm not going to need it. I'm going to put on a Berserker ball with my Epoch 7. Even if you have a Epoch 5, you're going to similarly be able to follow my lead a little bit here. You just clear out 1 or 2 more chests. See if I can't get a gold to come in. Gold 12 would be nice. But we are going to be going aggressively towards the green here. Now, what I did in the last time that we had this hole, it was 2 tournaments ago. You guys might be able to backtrack on some videos, find this hole from that tournament. And I remember, I don't know if I have it on video, but I interchanged from Berserker to Snowman, just depending on how much wind I had. So there was a certain number that I like to see. I think it was 15 or 16. And if I didn't have that on a Berserker ball, then it wasn't as much wind as I wanted. I also remember I was doing a full landscape shot, which it looks like my landscape mode is not on. So as soon as I sink, I am going to go turn my landscape screen on as well, because that is the preferred method that I went for this. What I like about doing the landscape curl is it lets me kind of stay away from the right-hand side and not cheat the right-hand side quite as much and get it to spin back harder to the right. Of course, it's not mandatory, but it does help you if you can, play it a lot more into the center of the fairway, just for kind of a safety precaution. If you can get it a lot more centered into that fairway, as opposed to playing right center to right edge with a normal foam curl. So that's what you're going to see me do. I forgot that I said I was going to do this, but I'm going to put my rotation app where it needs to be. Wait for my opponent to hit here. And then you're going to see me attempt this one with landscape. And the goal is to get it up there kind of towards that fairway where it has a landing strip type fairway. It's the very long to the right side of that fairway. And here you see, it is a very angled wind. It's about to be 15, and it barely reaches that fairway. So that's one of the biggest reasons that, I was, last tournament figuring out what to do. Whether or not I was going to go, and this is probably as small as a wind as you'd want to risk going for what I'm about to do, but I'll try it with a Berserker here. At the very least, this will give you a nice guideline as to, follow as to what it's going to take for you to get it long enough. And there you can see that it just is reaching the front edge, and the goal is to get it to, and that's part of the problem as well, is if it's shorter, it doesn't run out through into the fairway there. Now, I'm not terribly concerned about whether or not that gets to the fairway or not. So in my opinion, when it doesn't, I don't quite have to play the wind as much, which actually can make the adjustment in itself easier to hold. So ideally, it would be nice to be into the fairway, but if I can concentrate on perfect ball, the Nirvana pitch can be just as easy as, the thorn, as long as I hit perfect ball. And I know from experience, being exactly where I am, that it is very close on my Nirvana to about 3 per ring. It's going to be very spot on 3 per ring. Here you can see max, which I play with a Berserker ball about 1.5 or so. And you can see we are very much at a half club here, which I'll usually play. First off, I'm going to try to bounce it off this fairway, so keeping that in mind, I might just put the back spin just a little bit up. You can see keeping the ball guide just short and to the right, just to kind of factor in that angled wind. But aside from that, you're going to see me play very close to 3 per ring, and you know, 4.5, at least 4.5 rings here. And there you can see I was able to get perfect ball, and you know this is going to come in somewhere close. It might not go in, but it's going to be very close. And there you can see that virtually almost got that to drop. And that's just kind of what I was mentioning about how, you know, it comes in very straight, and you don't have to worry about the ball getting up as high into the air. And that's one of the big reasons that I do like the rough iron shot. So as long as you can hit that perfect ball, and hopefully your timing's on point, then you will still be okay to potentially hold that out very easily at about a 3 per ring on a Nirvana type. So here, picking up another easy chest. I am going to, you know, make sure that I do not qualify today. So, you know, you are going to see me quite a few forfeits, and I'll probably start, who knows when, maybe around the 5th, 6th hole. I would have did that one had we been going to shootout, but since I could pick up an easy win, I do want to try to get a couple more chests. But here you can see 6 under is my number. What's that guy have birdie-wise? Oh. With no eagles, I'm not going to be able to shoot 6 under. But anyway, you know, hopefully you guys find that tutorial helpful. If you don't have a POC 7, you know, you always be critical as to what direction that wind is too. So if you get a little bit more pointed downwind, you might carry it, you know, on a POC 6. I hit quite a few POC 6s last tournament into the fairway, very similar to my POC 7 line. So you just kind of never know what's going to happen. So keep that in mind, but be on the lookout for a revision tomorrow. You know, I might even try it with a globe. It just depends on how small the wind is. You know, if it's way too small, if it's in the low 14s or even 13, then we're going to be obligated to put out a globe if we want to go for that approach. So good luck there, guys, and catch you guys on the next one.